up, guys. Listen up. Listen up. All right. So, like I said, this on this exit slip or this math quiz that we have, you've got. I'm gonna take this off because I'm far enough from y'all. You have a metal whose the volume of the water starts at 50 milliliters. We drop in the metal, it goes to 52.6. That means by water displacement, if I subtract those two numbers, that gives me the volume of the metal. I will tell you in the problem what the mass of the metal is, or she'll experimentally find the mass of the metal. That was 30.03 or some other number like that. I don't know. So to find density, we are just going to divide grams by milliliters. So if I divide that out, what does that come out to be? If I take 30.03 and divide by 2.6, what does that come out to be? 11.55. Okay. To find my percent error, I'm going to put into this equation right here, but you got to make sure that you subtract the top first before you divide by the bottom. So we would take 11.55. We would subtract our actual, which is what you are told. Okay. And that's grams per milliliter. We divide by 11.4. Then we multiply by 100. The grams per milliliter cancel out, so percent error does not have any units to it at all. It's just a number and a percent sign. So you're going to subtract those two. That comes out to be about 0.1 something or another. You divide by 11.4. You multiply by 100, and that gets you your percent error. Should be somewhere around 1.3, and then there's some other decimals. Okay? But on all of these math quizzes, whenever we do a math quiz, show your work, because it's only going to be one question, but that one question may be worth 4 or 5 or 10 points because I break it up in showing your work. So you'll get a point for getting the mass number right. You'll get a point for getting the density right. You'll get a point for getting the percent error right, that kind of thing. But if you just put the answer and don't put anything else, then it's going to be all or nothing. So most of the time with these, if you at least try to answer the question, you will get something. It might be, a 40% or something like that, but you'll still get something. The only way to get a 0 is to not answer it at all. Okay? They also will normally have a time limit. Okay? Because on the ACT, when you take the ACT, you will have 35 minutes to do the entire science section of ACT. And they stick it at the end all the time when your brain's already fried. And it's 7 passages that you have to read and answer questions about. So you can't just lollygag. You gotta work through there. You gotta think quickly. And then when all else fails, you'll have to guess. But that's multiple choice. Anyhow, so we put a time limit on these questions to kind of get you used to that. All right. This one does not, since it is our first one. But from here on out, they'll have time limits. Okay? So any questions on how to do this type of problem? Yes, ma'am? The 11.4 will be given to you in the problem. It will say the accepted density value is whatever. Okay? Anything else? Okay. There's no other questions, so let's go ahead and take our exit slip. And then anytime you have left over, you can continue working on your lab. Okay? All right. Hit the folder, hit the little thing that says exit slip, and finish the quiz. If you need scratch paper, which I would be the kind who needs scratch paper, go ahead and get out a piece of scratch paper and pencil. But all your work must be put into the computer. You can do scratch on your paper, but you best show all your work in the computer. You'll use a slash mark for the divide, and then from then, that's the hardest one. So you just put your number, hit a little minus symbol or dash, put your other number, put a slash, and then put the denominator. Use the X for multiply. Okay?